where Henry Paulson can steal hundreds of billions, but you're in trouble for selling pipes.
Yeah, for shipping a bong across. No, thinking about shipping a bong, because it was a conspiracy charge.
And again, they had to hire someone to infiltrate your group to secretly mail it when you on record told them not to mail it to the city. Right. Oh, my God.
That's right. No, and it's thinking. It's a thought crime. It was a thought crime, but thinking of selling a paraphernalia, a bong across the state line. And there's a law. And you know who authored that law? Joseph Biden.
Unbelievable. So then a film comes out about this. They don't want the film out. Tell folks what happens.
Oh, well, what happened, the film wasn't, it was in some financial trouble. And then, because we couldn't get finishing money. And then Matt Stevens of Urine Luck, the drug testing company that helps people pass drug tests, he stepped up and he bought half interest in the film. And so he was his warehouse was stocking all the AKA Tommy Chong film when he was raided by the feds. And by the way, it was the same person, Mary Beth Buchanan, raided Matt Stevens' offices. And you know what the charge is, Alex? The charge is that because his drug testing is causing people to withhold information from the IRS because of his drug testing.
Unbelievable. I mean, they bend over.
That is their charge. And so what they did when they confiscated, of course, all his computers, and it's a big drug testing ring they broke up, and basically what he did was sell urine. That was his job, was selling urine to people that needed urine. And so they got the urine, and then they found the AKA Tommy Chong CDs or DVDs, and so they confiscated a bunch of them. And when he asked them, and they said, you get your stuff back in 4 or 5 years if you're lucky.
Well, Tommy, let's not let them stop the film getting out. The film has gotten out, and a lot of them have gone out. Tell folks how they get that, or I guess just Google AKA Tommy Chong, and it's all over the place. Or can people go to your website and get it?
Yeah, they can get it. AKA Tommy Chong is the best website to get the film. And last time we were on the Alex Jones show, we sold thousands. I mean, it was unbelievable. Matt Stevens couldn't believe it because all of a sudden he got such a rush for orders for it. And it's being sold on our tour. And we're going to be all over the place. You can go to cheechandchong.com or cheechandchongtour.com.
Absolutely. You guys have been persecuted just massively. People need to buy the film. They need to go to the website. But also, you're some of the best comedians out there. And this is like Led Zeppelin if they do a reunion tour. You don't know if you'll see it again. You guys haven't been together. Talk about that. You haven't been together for a long time. You got back together. Tell us about the tour.
Well, we haven't been together for something like 27 years since we'd last been on stage together. So we got together, and it was like riding a bike. It was so simple, and we do the old classic Cheech and Chong bits, and we just have the best time. My wife Shelby opens the show, and then we have a back screen projector, and we show some of the clips from all our past stuff. And then then Cheech and I come out, and we do about an hour and a half, and it's just all the old Cheech and Chong bits. And
Tommy Chong's our guest. We've only got about 8 minutes left in the show, so I'm going to skip this break. For everybody on PrisonPlanet.tv and listening over the web for the M and FM stations, back in just 3 minutes with the legend, Tommy Chong, and we're going to get Cheech on with him soon. That is going to be awesome. Man, I love this show, and I love the great people we get to have on, like Tommy Chong. God bless him. We'll be right back. For everybody else, stay with us. Okay, Tommy, we're skipping this break. Continue with the plug. We're going to plug it again at the end of the show in about 8 minutes when you leave us. But continue with the tour. I hear some of these are selling out. How do folks go sign up for this?
Okay.
Tell folks how they get tickets. We're still on the air.
Okay, right now?
Yes, sir. We skipped the break.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, listen. You go to cheechandchong.com, cheechandchongtour.com, and it'll list all the dates. We've been selling out, adding shows. Los Angeles, we had to add a third show, and they're looking even at a fourth show. So the tickets are going like crazy, and we're selling more merch at every show than the Rolling Stones. I mean, it's gone crazy. And the truth is that Cheech and I, even though we hadn't been together, we can still do the old stuff. And surprisingly enough, the audience, they just want to hear Cheech and Chong. They don't want us to get into any political rap. I try to do a political rap in Detroit, and I got shouted down. There's no political stuff. People want to laugh. They don't want to get involved in thinking or anything else. And so they're high, and they just want to laugh at Cheech and Chong like the old days. And so that's what we've been doing. And the shows have been incredible. Just incredible. The people line up for hours, and sometimes days. We did a show in Los Angeles where they camped out overnight because there was only like 300 tickets, and people were camped out for like 2 days before the event just to get in line to get a chance to get a ticket. So it's been really, really crazy. And Cheech is back being as funny as he's ever been, and he's loving it. He's just having the best time of his life, and I've been having the best time. And being back together again, I mean, there was such a love and such a magic chemistry between us that is still there.
Well, I remember being a little kid and having a babysitter sneak off with me to go see the first Cheech and Chong movie. And so from the time I was a little kid, I just love you guys. And that's why it's so crazy to be on air with you right now. Just why did you guys wait so long? I mean, that makes it that much more sweet now and that much more powerful. But why did you guys wait so long to get back together?
Well, we were going to get back together, and then I went to jail. And then I got out. That was a couple of years missing, and then I was on a year probation, and then Cheech had other commitments, and it just went. It was just crazy, and then finally. I went over to his place. He wanted to do the tour, and I went over and we had a fight, big fight.
Tommy Chong, hold on 1 minute. A few stations are joining us back right now. Here we go. Okay, for those that were on some of the stations that carried that segment on the internet listening, we were getting into how Tommy Chong and Cheech got back together, and after he got out of jail being set up for selling pipes, or thinking about selling pipes, he goes back over to Cheech's house. He just gotten to the point of what happened next. Tommy, continue.
I went over there, and I had an idea. I said, why don't we put a band together, super band? And Cheech blew up. He got really mad, although it was his idea. He got mad. He goes, no, man. People want to see his live. They want to see comedy. They don't want to see just a band.
Try to tell me how to live. I'm sorry.
And so so I left, thinking, well, that we'll never get back together again. And then I emailed Cheech. I sent him an email saying that, listen, it was nice seeing you, and even if we can't work together, why don't we just at least be friends, And so he emailed me back, and he said, I was thinking the same thing. It was nice seeing you too. And then my son Paris, he read the emails, and he goes, well, Dad, there you go. You guys can get back together. You're friends. There's nothing wrong. He says, it's up to you, Dad. He said, Cheech wants to do it, so it's up to you. And I said, and my son said, do you want to do it? I said, yeah. And so my son just emailed Cheech back for saying it was me, and because he knows that I would put some zinger in there that would blow everything. And then we got back together, and it has been just one big high ever since.
How long have you been on tour? Just about a month, right?
Yeah, we've been out about a month. We've been out at least, we're getting over a month now.
Okay, well, in closing, I want to say bye to you when the show ends here in about 2 minutes off air. But in closing, Tommy Chong, plug all the websites because folks are tuning in every millisecond. People need to get the film the government tried to suppress, a.k.a. Tommy Chong. Give out your personal website. Give out the tour website. Give it all out for people.
Okay, well, the a.k.a. Tommy Chong is on that website, aka TommyChong.com. That's the documentary. And then I've got a TommyChong.com website, personal website, where we also are linked up to all the other ones. And then there's a Cheech and Chong Tour.com that has all the tour information.
And you're coming to Austin in the next few months. I am going to be there, and I can't wait to meet you guys in person. Who knows, maybe we can get you in studio. If not, do a behind-the-scenes interview, and I hope to get you both on before that even unfolds. In closing, shifting back the last minute and a half to the really big issues that face us, where do you see this bailout going, and what would you say to the public? I mean, was that heartening for you to see Congress say no to the bailout yesterday?
Well, it's like that do or die thing. It's like a suicide note. Either give me the money or I'm going to kill myself. And then he never killed himself.
Yeah, the market went back up today.
Yeah, and the market's doing pretty good. And then it was like, so the question is, who are we bailing out and why?
God, they act like total criminals. I mean, this is classic.
Yeah, why do we need to bail them out? And where's the money going to go? Where's it coming from? And what are we going to get in return? And what's the collateral? I mean...
Well, Congressman Ron Paul on this show called for Paulson and Bernanke and all of their arrests, and they need to be arrested. They've committed... I mean, talk about conflict of interest. We've got Henry Paulson still running part of the big brokerage house he was part of, Goldman Sachs, and then he's giving money to his own company.
And do you hear why they come up with that number?
No, I mean, they just pulled...
You know what it was? They needed a big number, so a trillion would look too big, so they settled on $750 billion.
That's right, they did say that.
No basis of why why they would need that much money.
Okay, Tommy, I'm going to say bye to you here right when the show ends. For everybody else, retransmission on the internet starts now on the streams. Had a bunch of big guests on today. Infowars.com, big announcements at the start of the show. Go for the restream, Infowars.com. Via con Dios, God bless you. All right, let me say bye to Tommy. It's in transmission now on the website. Tommy?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm going to let you go, and I'm not going to sit here and bug the hell out of you, but...
You're listening to GCN.
Government cover us. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us as we track the criminal activities of the global elite, also known as the New World Order Crime Syndicate. We're going to be here live the next 4 hours. I'll tell you about some of the guests that are coming up after the first segment is over, and we go into the second segment. But I wanted to calmly go over the facts of what we're looking at right now, what we're facing. The different nuances. The biggest issue is we have criminal fear-mongering going on by the president, by Paulson, by the Republicans, by the Democrats. I monitored some of the brainwashing television transmissions, and I mean brainwashing in every respect, this morning, and they were using every trick of semantical manipulation, every trick of their body language. I'm going to be talking about that as well, but John McCain, just about 45 minutes ago, gave a 3-minute statement we're going to be playing a little bit later, and he basically said that the whole economy is going to go bankrupt, Main Street is going to go bankrupt, that the economy is going to come to a standstill, that no one will get home loans or student loans or business loans, and that you won't be able to get Sonic hamburgers. He was actually talking about how vital the service industry is. By the way, that's listed by the federal government as manufacturing. We have a lot of manufacturing goes on in this country still. It's just manufacturing is now putting a hot dog in a hot dog bun, or putting lettuce and cheese and tomatoes and onions and ketchup on a hamburger. That's the Japanese make cameras and Honda cars and optics for our satellites, and we make hamburgers and act tough. That's mainly what we do. So we'll be going over the incredible fear-mongering. Now, they had really dumbed it down. Just, there will be a depression if you don't give Secretary of Treasury Paulson immunity, secrecy, nothing can be reviewed, nothing can be looked at, no branch of government can look at it. It went on and on and on. And then they tried to deny that that was in the 3-page bill, and then it came out that they lied, so they lost even more confidence for the American people. The tiny reservoir, a drop or two at the bottom of the well. And then they changed their talking points this morning, and I was running on the treadmill for 45 minutes this morning, flipping back and forth on CNN, Headline News, MSNBC, CNBC, Fox, and it was all the same talking points in the same order over and over and over again, because they understand, the public now understands that the banking system is a parasitic organism that sits atop the real economy and that it's feeding the remnants of the real economy. It's already cannibalized most of it. And then it wants to feed the last little scraps into its gaping maw with its snaggled fangs dripping venom. And so now they've gotten a little more sophisticated. They're talking to the public like the public might actually have opposable thumbs. And they're saying, oh, no. We're going to basically, i.e. the globalists, going to destroy the real economy if you don't submit to us. So this is outright economic terrorism in your face. We'll be right back to break it all down right here on the GCN Radio Network.